Eba Promise 102.7 FM Promise TV. Omamu sema dia be dia be ma kutibi ene se tuapemu ema Dr. Mahmoud Bomia Dr. Matthew Poku prepa kushi omamfo bi ewo Larabanga na Savannah Mantam mu no sembe ene odi atudwa ewo ho
na ewromu ogomu na ne mpotem a isi gifo ekotwa maame bi ne light ma America sei odi ne nsa akoso wo ye ne mu ma wa atwe na nanom won sedo
Karamba Bele John Dramani Mahama nso ene de sobo ebo mpremprema mpani na dakwa kufa do se wakoya de bi na de no awaye no ase pani ne de sa no homrane
na omampanyi na bedechi Dr. Mahmoud ba omienso de atugwa de inde kokwe kwafo wanamba wolboko esuapon wabra won kotua bibiara
sansuso na Dr. Mahmoud ba omiade no efre no my credit score no wanya adan wadi wa pound tuma na dwumedi no asene sembe ena wadi tudwa
wada to himfo so wanyim na woloton nsasia ma real estate companies a aya wonje bi na ye de ayemfuzi
wasefu fetifie mu no nsoso yenimse woni a woye apomdim mu adwuma nkabo mu ku mekire health service workers union oma abo anobase wombeti atua na ensebe na fair wages and salaries commission for edi atudwa
CDD fo so da foto de ma abato komisa ne de waka britia we bi ma yakoto abai wonhwe de wonye Ghana fo bedingita ho
ebi ka we won ya transi ye de eba na ye bewura mu no nsuo ne ebiribiri kakra ni ba bia wo se wo no ebia na eje ma etode a ekwan so bre ba ne sanso ne suma ba odro ni awoko ma o highlight ne nsu awunu anso a wo ba ne de enu nsu mo fa ntudim etomo ni dia na kyerese aboa ama ngwanhia ne ade nyina no etuo etwa yempepa tabiribiri bia kwan so bre road safety he no yemfanya adwuma nwumre de woni awasam korea ene aboafo nso etayechi na ye baba besomo efasela maboshe electricals udima kotre senkania ne de obia eritua se yaje atum ne de na papa ya ba bibia da wdu ani e be kire no boshe bankania star boss ya energy commission for aje atum no an ye di enimo ampa ene bibia no e fa home appliances no se eba no boshe ba de a wuni ha kra sanse ya sa kwa foforo bi so kra de aba ye no ne solar standing fan a e mono tia we no da bi gas ba bi awia monko na ntimi nyusu ye ga na ha awia bo ba bia ti be tobi fa ko ewura ba bia timi de ko na wo charge a na no ano no abo se papa da kra no a na ebo 24/7 bo se ba e wadu bo se ba plaza sanso so e na ntia ta kofo dan ni monsa e be kan yen mo be tutu musu akoduru pizza da foforo no ni kete Dubai di twani mo no honso ebo 0536095966 0322030838 Bosch Electricals home appliances no quality and the attitude is anwina
3P garlic mixture and so war boy and chidom nende imbiri was a immune booster until one wadna 3P garlic mixture no a beaning bell no so yaza high blood pressure or ho and I think so no I can check which sugar level was a or was sir bon wadna the won sebeke be stroke asthma or you disease in your doma whole or you disease what we remember or a 3P garlic mixture or bobo ye pa until bon wadna there won sebeke be or mine herbal shop on afe pharmacy shop bi an ebo ro a 3P garlic mixture no ebenye bi mo amoro pensumo to atron no anamu penchimbo mo mfre na wonje modo 0248928824 na womwo hon wo dam kwa no do
abusan for me de Krobea Asante ena menua
or from Uncle Ebo Biney Yarisha Siza na yembo modena na yenumu nko oye infrinfin mantem na ewremu infrinfin mantem a ye ko ye Gomua East Metropolitan Assembly na yakobro no bia wo fete kakraba na nkra ofi hoba lechiremu a oyaza inde wiabiri na ECG4 watchem da worko wona wode de wona kawa inde wompede wobotuan wo kotwetwa wona nkanziem no ena worichema ewrabe bia wedzimfe oye eduasa ebien 32 years ina onyifie nti ECG4 wokodu nifie no ena wotwa nkaniem no wotwa nkaniem no woye na wa connect efipo no de besi oye nifie no ena wode kata wode twamtan ena wokoi ECG4 Krobea mami boto ya nkra ye chede mami wewu na obaneben na ahoma wotwam wie no omo wi obi a nsam no record no jiri gobi dentin no si ye ya Krobea
me ya ne babako e ba ka ti finish ye din du camp wan ye sister penisu no okofa nka wa village ade na mo yesa enti aban Aban, Debbie almost a bank, Debbie almost a bomb to banana with the Sabbath. And see a bank and show someone who see for Taco Crumbio.
Son of me, the son of me, almost a minima, almost solo tapano. You see, you have a Crumbia, Babuno, never found out and son and son a day almost Subayano.
I don't pay a will fear in your back on better light in mutual light in no mind. Omucha no mujia guo nti enu aba akroba en no so ni nti mso light on way power won to ma or you wires na gu nchen sana wire no power no so wo o mso akola bi ma akola bi ba betwem to ye gu nchen na light na achi na aja wa fa ma nti na tetifu no mo ekwa akola no oya 32 years o baba ko o baba ha ni fi ha ni fi anga ni ya fa na apiawa
I mean, Ketwa. So I wish I light in the way I light in the moon. I see you from which I light in the moon. Ah, which I about go young baby. Or your container now, pretty woman. No, I kind of, or channel, and so you wouldn't tell me how to your corner. And they went there by who say, or the home I came out and call camp hospital. When 2 months over, this is a free moon. I say, this is your phone. This is the boy. Say, you want a party and come for you. By Bessie, you want more. Say, you want now. And I told you, this is Jim. So, about checking light, what harm. I saw it so for about Krobea.
And she say, yes, so you see, you be in Numa. I answer a rubber cry. Mofi go more fete kakaba or the bear and no.
I was for your trust in TC, my semu. Doctor Machopu Prempenapo, and I wait to a pemuma. Doctor Mahmoud Bamia, Yamudi and Picamaco, and trouble on Mushoti. When the near Chimu, Ewa Damango, Nebra Okoyan and Larabanga, Pesciani Chess and Penifonu Kukushia Boncomoania Diadia. Now, someone appointed to Janice, MPP Abano, Conformation Trouble, and Farmer Wons answer, and Jen were touching on Media Bandia Dosu Passadium Jabebia. One more extra was no better than addition mono. Now, we're not about by yeno, as Emba Coupe, you and Sapebi, and Rebecca Monasho Granny, and what Traba, Ediama MPP, Amayuko.
The only reason why we do politics is for development. The only reason why we vote for a presidential candidate is not because he comes from your town, but it is because he has helped your town to develop. Please listen. The sort of things happening in Dabango never happened when your own brother was the president. But it is happening at Alanadu Dakwakufu and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia because they are closer to you than your brother. The person who helps you to develop is your brother, not the person who your mother gave birth to. You understand my point? In Chi, they say that I know BB video, or BB video, why any yeah. When your brother and my small brother John Jinapo came here, he talked about, you said, how many communities have we lighted? Come. I want this today to be a conversation. How many communities have we lighted?
Kabampe, Kananto, Broto, Kodokura, Sumpini, Narabanga Extension.
Entina eno no Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe. Na nyina mu no obani abugina ponu ankasa. Na hwe bedwani ewo Damango. Ono soso sade ofiti ase no bobo nkrutu a. Ai Matthew Poku Prempe ka so bobo. Ba bi amde nkania akono. Wasan to asose.
Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe is a distinguished public officer. He served well in government. As education minister, he is the one who spearheaded and implemented fully the free senior high school policy, which is the most socially transformative policy ever in the history of our country. As Minister for Power, Minister for Energy, he vanquished Dumso. He made Dumso a thing of the past and brought about stability in our power sector. They say Damango constituency is the capital of Gonjaland. It's the capital of Savannah region. So this is their dual constituency. So all of them are here with their materials, with their logistics, with their human resource. They are welcome yesterday They are welcome today. They are welcome tomorrow. It's 30 days to the vote. We are ready for them. And by the grace of God, we will defeat them.
In trouble, no, the Aquacupium, our Damango, your Kase Chato, Honorable Abu Jinapo.
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and Orca say, ye nim or a Franca Tunin, Zima NPP Aman Yokono, so far as 2024 election is concerned. Now, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Kasan or Chimede, Abeni Wesi Jina, Nejinano, Nature as a water abamana, no about your dying da, Osen Kano, na special Koko scholarship or Dema. Koko kwafo nwanamba motum nanka wadoko oye introduce school meche SHS na damabri ya na ban wode free SHS wa bano obi atum kobi koko kwafo womanu tum kobi enti wala dan oye koko scholarship no wa ye no oye university wode ama oye koko kwafo nwanamba no ena Dr. Mahmoud Baumia kasa no se nkano dembe na free SHS mbe no Koko ekwafu nwanamba wonya dem scholarship na oketa for oya tuition fee and accommodation books and enyama bebre a oka ho na dem abria free SHS abede Koko ekwafu nwanamba wo ba aboko university free ya nkasika wode hwe won wo oya secondary school no waledan na wode aba abohwe wan na Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ode dem nsem nyina to go ye nnede ebra na wode enyama egu akwan mu na worobo ekwafu nwanaba do wo ye Amanshe Central District ende Asante Mantem ha owo ena Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ode dem nsem no to go
nanano uhwe first no na Koko board emma omuma scholarships omoko senior high school Koko board scholarships Koko board emma omo eko senior high school ene free SHS ninti obia ba eko senior high school free eninti aban afa adwense sikana na yedi tuya Koko ekwiafo omama fees no from next year Koko ekwiafo omama Koko board ebetuya omu university fees free ama Koko ekwiafo ma the toswa yepese ye nanano uhwe ekwiadwuma no a ehia efidie ekwiafo bedi ayi eti ene mwehu se ye di efidie ma district bia se omunye akwan meso be shishe district agric mechanization centers district bia ekwiafo wono ye di efidie ma ekwiafo in that district tractors combine harvesters planters efidie ye di ekwiadwuma no district ebewo district agric mechanization center.
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia otodo koya no olichimde ehwa inde Ghana inzibano wo Ghana besi da mabre no yente de ya short inzibano ni nyina gino na na ban investment awaye wo agriculture and then fishery sector no we make a huge investment ye pa in the ebebibra memwa. Ghana is the third highest food security in Africa. Na chede Ghana no efebibu ma mana nkonkonkure e baasa Ghana ye tioda oban ezibano ho banbode a ye gine na adu ye pa.
Ye the fertilizers, any chemicals, any inputs bebre emma ekwiafo na omutumi di ye ejuma. Ye one village one dam so eka ho ye 400 dams e wa Ghana ha. Ye 80 warehouses. Ye the one district one warehouse so atuho. Ushe one district one factory. Ye 169 factories. E wa Ghana ha. Any but 70% of the factories ye agro processing factories ye chuma. Nanano Yesu ya bua Koko ekwiafo ye de Koko rehabilitation program no ebaye unyina minim say swollen shoot yare no ebaye no egu Koko esay Koko dua no bebre ɛna yɛde cocoa rehabilitation program no ɛbɛboa cocoafoɔ na ɛmetumi dua cocoa no biom na yɛde bɔdeɛ so ka ho ɛyɛtua wo mo sisi aboa wo mo yɛbɛkɔ so saa aboa wo mo but yɛpagya cocoa ne price no so ɛnɛ ɛyɛ 3,000 Ghana cedis for one bag of cocoa.
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia did the Minsamina to go war Jacobu, a Manchester Central, Mensin Mobra, na wade in Sisiegua Kuma, water bo, Equafo, Wanabado.
Yodi semu ewe mfua kwanta abaya sabia na de tene se wonum SSC fedrum na chese stadium e ama mampani na de kwa kufuado nti ntuobo ne nkobobomu onu kokopie ho no e na wo mo kopa ho ntuma to mo bie ho penalty se you mampani na de kwa kufuado ni statue eni si ho no na eno na sofo ya wo mantem ho kwabra wo kire da komensa e kire se statue de ebeboa pa ma enkaye ya sabri Ghana for person wo mo ekai se mampani na da kwa kufuado fi akonya so no obetumi akai no makai ni yi pa enkomo no ewo ho na eno ti kokoda eno na kan mampani John Dramani Mahama e kire se da bio ade we pa de entwaye da biara da twa entwaye no ene ne sei si wiase wote wono ma afoforo nkamfo enkyere nkamfo no ho enkyere no ono wonim se wo de ene to ade mu a e de pa na nso enkyere nkamfo no ho no saa ni ebu ebewe ya ebu amani pa se saa de no wo yempo na se wabomode se de ya enkasa wona ye nti wo kamfo ana se wo de wo ya de nti wa wo be kamfo ho ma afoforo no mum enkamfo na pa saa de we yi a ene mampani na da kokufu ado aye no entwayi we ye John Dramani Mahama kan mampani
somehwe ewie nsɔhwɛ somehwe na wie ye ne nsɔhwɛ eno na kofu ado ba mepamo atwom nsɔmehwe eno ne ye nsɔhwɛ enne ezu na onye ose ofa ho eno na okọ takrade na no wodi ni statue akosi ho ono akopa ho ntoma what be that ezu e wo se omampanyi bia unya ahobrase nipa na wo so mobo abaso na omo kamfo enye wa nkasa no akoye o statue na odi abesi ho no ankasa wako mombo nsam mame no akopa ho ntoma what be that ezu no akọ university bia ye ma o doctor abra wo da so ye omampanyi o anka odi ewie na kọ no mkasa o ye hwe ejuma wo ya ade sei enti ye pese wo ba na ebo abaso nema honorary doctorate university wo Ghana he nyina we chimo monsa mo mama no doctor no nso mi nimbe bi ode ko ezu eza
we kan mampani John Dramani Mahama nti said ya wotutu bi e dia ma emprepre mampani na do dan kwakufa do eno no
ma yen konsem fufum na yen bonru mfimfim mantem na ye kwa ye kogomua East Mensi no mu na ho na aban krachi panyin omiyamfo Samuel da kokwam ode adesreze kasiye pa ozero to ahemfa wo won anyim de in fact insasa wo de woroton wolisi aden nkanka real estate companies no wolisi aden ye pa na oboboa na mom aba won ahemfo nka de eden na siwe na kedema eda so ya kombadzo agitan ebedide ekomadzo na enye dibene nja wu na egbowu nti osena na anuma de won mo wo hu mbodene de nsasa na woroton a wonje bi na wonfanye onye dibani ye dipa na the rate at which ananam woroton sasa mo wodi sidano obodu baby ebowro ye gomwa East Metropolis ni mu a enya sasa na mfanye nkwaje honorable didamensemi nyina tugwa ewo gomwa Amanda bra na mensi no efa aworesha na nchese a woje gukwam na woje bo ekofo wona about the in the day oye farmers day no na damudumezin lokodo no odi tugwa
in the Obini Bank of University, Wale Nankan, Nakoya Abeka, Ebayara, Nabai, also, no one with Mamma area. 80 Ebekmanu, Abai, name one Papa, eh, Nara, young one. And I'm the best one, and Papa one, na, yes, one. And Sassano, I know what the man entered for now. I am one car in a head or issue. Now, in here, you have the no, the Bible Bank of Wednesday. You bring food to the table. I don't need it. I don't know before I bear. I'm getting an awful crowd. Yea, now come back here. In see, as I run, busuapanyinfo nananom a asase ya homotem ɛsɛfo no wɔba na wɔregya asase na aya ɛtrɛhɔn wɔka anyɛ so na ayɛ dɛm a ihe na ayɛ dɔɔ yi obodo baabi ne yɛyɛ baabi yɛndɔ bio.
Nti Honorable Solomon Dako Kwam Abankra Chipayin Gomua East Mensim no akase wie no na Metropolitan Director of Agric Madam Hassana Hashim ono so ode oye adesaze ode tumpanyfo wonanyim de ehwe agric officers a akaza a wonhia owode wode won adwuma no wonsan kan ye kura nti obaye a wo mo hwan na won adwuma no ye very efficient a won so watum wa ye honade wada aboekoye.
The department has done so much, but we just want to elaborate a few due to time factor. We want to also draw the attention of all and sundry that Gomua East is noted for its contribution to the country's rice consumption. As a result, the South Korean Republic, in collaboration with Ghana government, trained over 130 farmers within the district on rice value chain improvement. Despite the excellent work discharged by these farmers, especially the Otrepun Water Users Association, in the rice value chain development, our main challenge is still the non-restoration of the broken irrigation dike at Gomua Otrepun. This dike, if fixed, could create more employment for the teeming youth in the country and the community as well.
Metropolitan Director of Agric Madam Hassana Hashim Ozema Oye Gomua East Metropolitan Assembly and Yetenenken.
Akwafo basobo jubati enu ade da so ebata esremra Joshua Krusini Masante Mantemu na sede no so esi etie no be ma Peter Kwadwontim onye fie be se aduanan num ono ena akwafo ni nyina wonya abasobo ekoma no ane nsem ode atudwa ebefua wo kire se nukuro ni akwadwuma enyefo ede pa nti duro ne ebo mabaso ye sefata se ewo se yebo no abaso na ne nsem a wo ka no so akwa akugina se obekoto asre pa bekoto asre se
message medi ase ewo yes
ewo se omo ede eboa na afei kwadwuma eya akono adwuma no ho akade no benifo no hwe na omomfa emeboa omde ne koso ewo dwoso abenase
adimi beko national because adwuma no wo ye
se bikomi kuro monwea
ewo mu a ana wo ye ekwanim eti misra agric director say akankyere bia ese sa odimame na me konkoden ade ko regional onfa muame na ono me na mintumi nko national akuafo ene ayeda na akuafo ye ni ho a menim se Ghana man eni ho kuadwuma no ewo mu se eden nanso oye na oye ni ya wunya sika efrim ene ya president wa makuadwuma ayede ene oye kuya na oye ni ya sabi wunya sika ana ajapade efrim etimi kan akira mabunu nyina se emaya nyasa wa nkosku a na wabrabo asi na enoa no kuadwuma ene aban ama anmonyam abam a woye na woye ni ya wonso wobekọ wanim esanse me maye kua no ama me baabi a me gina no me minum se ekoyie ma me eti mabru nyina fa no ho hye kuadwuma mu na ene mi wahai ekina wonso wabege afran ye kitami
ya fere beba Peter Kwadwontim ono ena je akuafo abasobo dibre no na ni nyina mu mra se bedwani wo dwoso pesuaso ne lawyer Akwabena Boaten ono so wadi tudwa se eze wo hwensa ase no a nokuro ni ase dodo no ano eya kwa akodi wo mo sisi adan e kan real estate developers no eno nti obekoto asra na no mo ansa ase ne ewo mabamu no emo modern se eda asabo ebedidi nti se ebedidi ne nkwa de sase o se tetete wo ne edi emfuo no omo mani nkwa o mtetento
Baby aka ne no omukọ afuom. Se bi ko mi kuro monwe na mi twam na mi hu baby ankofo asisi dan a. First pa na me na yensia ehọ na ne ekọ afuom. Na di ankofo asisi adan sisi abrosan eti baby a na ye afuom a ne ekọ pa aduane e de ba. E do so be kire o se ye do so no ne ya se tire no e wo sunsanso bi e wo kuayo ene aduane nya no so. No so ho akwa hia se wose ye hwe ene ye sidan no ba o ye sidan no ye sisa de ba ebe ya kakra no si amfan sese ye anto ho a beebi a me nu gire ya yeto ye ne ye hu koko wo ye benkum ne ye difei ahai nyina ye besisi adan ya tenetenem ye wi ade ye busa se asase be ne ye gya to ho a eno de ya bo kua yodin na ye de atoso we eyenwene ya ye nyina e wose ye dwene ho na ye pene poma sibre
ori bra se jeni wo adwoso pesuaso na krosina ngasa nso krache mchira bansi anemu ni owura sama oduro frepo wasi kua adwuma de aba no ani wo ho arokocha no nti aba ye de obetumi a na wamiam yi
ene asam no ayen se du se yerwe kwenia oya de pa e bo mo de se ibejai ama agregefo no na se ni ko e fata openia afrase odi nkuni no ka se afi oko national e kire wo se director of agric on the penimfo o mo nya wiwe ni mu o mo make sure say wa ese wono wona ye de mawo afi so yana na ntim ono na nisaka e kire se o hwe ni mani nyina ni mo no e na me gina ha e na me nse ono na wodi nkuni agric for no ye mo
ntina abusuafo eno no wei eye de twaguye e wadwoso ene ne mpatamu akuafo abasobo dwumadi enu a
na CDD Ghana oye advocacy think tanks ya inde oban oman nchechire ena nhihye ya enyem obobo oman no za ozo oman bokwa hunyem ya wodwona no tumi ye pa no no ena CDD wodi to gwade akabirutia we ma ya koto aba na ehwe abatu komisan nkita wodi ma oye electricity na mechire Ghana for koto aba na ade onsheda nkwana nim ye nti no worutu oye abatu komisan for de womomodina na information biara Ghana for wonhia no wonfa ma Ghana for wobra ye kwa koto abai na opiniona oye director of advocacy and policy engagement ewo CDD Owura Krobea Asante ana orichere abatu komisan de enne nkrato aye intentano waye bebre na nti oye abatu komisan no ntina so no hwem na onfa no mu bi na onfa do enye Ghana fo indin kita ho wobra ye koto abai.
Start first of all with the EC website. I really wish there could be more that we can put on the EC website. It's going to become the focus of attention regardless because of election activities. And election day, of course, because of results. The EC has committed to publishing polling station results on its website, so that will be. But I think that it just in terms of voter and civic education, there's a lot that the EC website can do, but not in text format. As I was asking people where they get their information from. If it's not on what they call Snapchat or any of these things. So how is the EC reaching out in terms of its civic education? Because the statistics I just gave, if over 10 million of voters, voter education in particular, if over 10 million are between the ages of 18 and 35, I mean, how are we reaching them? Where are they getting their news? Because I know that for many of those people, they probably didn't watch chairpersons, and which was broadcast on the main media stations. But those are the ones we also want to reach. Again, the EC and the NCC should start early public awareness campaign on voting and counting procedures, results announcement, declaration. The National Security Task Force and the EC will also provide information and guidance on the security deployment on voting day. I know it's the National Security Task Force responsibility, but because they work with the EC in terms of who controls the perimeter, I think that information is important. It's very important because when people are hearing issues about violence and so on, they need to have clarity as to what will happen when they are in the polling areas and also in the collation center.
Opeyina Okase Owura Krobea Asante, or Director of Advocacy and Policy Engagement was CCD. Now Okase we are now no treno and Opeyina Director of Training Eco Electoral Commissioner Dr. Sirbo Kweku in Oli Chemode. Ashe Ebriya wasu ema ye kwa kwatu abe Ghana nyibe bia wasu ji no so na fam za owodo ye ewo bra ye kwatu abe nti ni seso nti information biara obi ahia oja fa oye abatu komisano oli ye no eko isi no website bibiara wo ho nti de eyo man bape ya wosu wa fam je na me hia bia no visit isi website no na information biara rehwen won sabaka no ho.
That's also be proactive, because I don't know, there were a lot of adverts. Those people in the media will tell you we advertise, and so if you didn't hear, that means that maybe you are so busy at your work schedule. But once a while, please once a while get time for the media. With respect to the timetable, we came with the timetable since February. And it has circulated a lot. So the issue is that there's no way we can be targeting the individuals that maybe you have to come to your house. It's not possible. So once in a while, the general one that will be sharing and the support of the media, there will be. So no matter how busy you are, once in a while, listen to the news and it will be done.
Information de yama advert ya bo ya de timetable na de ya de ba o de bisa wana media phone advert ya bo agende yentum de yeboko obia ni fie nkonkonkonko de mi na ye enti bia na che de aya na ye bizentan o da kwa ya te news na hwe Dr. Sirbo Kweku or Director of Training ewo Electoral Commission.
Dr. Mahmoud Gomia Sabe Oguso na Ntwano MPP for no odi atudwa se ase skakrobia hodo no ehye de nigidie ewo ankronkro no se be ma ombesia na omudi aye adwuma se dia ma besia no ho aye na pa akwa akogina gidie no na no na wo kiremu se ntina wonam so ne hyehye mu no ade ba ko egina bra ne pa na beboa ama betumi afa ntintan na asa be fo so no wodimi dia bo besia ewo kire se skakrobia bie na ebeboa ama so asetena odi ye adwuma se tie bia no eno ne sa my credit score na wode abanu ntene wonu mapa wontomo madanu adipa na de ne se we no central bank no wankasa na etechi ni hihye ya wo so wode abano mako eno no asem ko a woka ene se we ne nam so bema pepe ye fa ye na afi suso ene me bi esefata se bi enkonkoko ba se gidie nu wo no me be firi ono no ni nyina atumi abom aye adwuma Dr. Mahmoud Bomia.
The lack of a credit information system therefore increases the risks of lending and causes financial institutions to provide less credit. A credit reporting system in Ghana would provide timely, accurate, and up-to-date information on the debt profile and repayment history of borrowers and would lead to a number of benefits. The initiative comes at a crucial time in Ghana's financial sector. As has been stated earlier, Ghana's non-performing loan rate stands at about 24.3%, which is quite high. Such high NPL levels reflect challenges within our financial ecosystem, where the lack of a standardized, transparent credit scoring system has contributed to elevated risks for lenders and limited financial inclusion for borrowers. The introduction of My Credit Score represents a pivotal step towards addressing these challenges, aligning Ghana's credit ecosystem with international standards and promoting a culture of responsible borrowing. Results from the My Credit Score pilot demonstrate a stark improvement, achieving an NPL ratio of less than 4%, a remarkable contrast to the national average.
Dr. Mahmoud Bamiana, Motin Wenkano, Natchez in Chichimu, dear my, or just my credit score on Casano. Almost as I almost saw her, Utim say, is Huno Crano, Aquasra, be a one Chichimu, and Nipe, so Hunti, Natchez say, almost saw her and Sana at here. Now, in the moon, and I want to ask, was we know a Bequaquaya buying any uncrankrano entem, so Unconco Yesibia, will be our no, or in the Juma or Pebia Winya, and I say, I will pay BB at the end, Adiano. Wenya enu bi so bia ono no wa ban adwuma ni mu ono so pe bia wenya ni nyina no e be gina ban no e na fa ankrankra entemo.
This is a great day for Ghana, and I want to thank the Bank of Ghana, my credit score, and all other stakeholders. It is important that all potential lenders and borrowers and retailers should be educated and sensitized on the workings of a credit scoring system. I would like to thank in particular the governor of the Bank of Ghana, the team, the management team, the head of banking supervision, who have worked very, very hard to make sure this day is taking place. I'm also excited that this initiative is a Ghanaian homegrown private sector initiative. We will continue to support our private sector to champion such initiatives in the digital and other sectors. Let's move forward with optimism and purpose, knowing that together we are building a Ghana where financial inclusion is real, dreams are within reach, and every Ghanaian has the chance to achieve financial security and prosperity.
Your friend Dr. Mahmoud Bamiana.
Ora Gabriel Entry, oye bono mantenumu no Director of Education no ode afutu ozerema achechefo na opanyin lichirema nkankan nhona wakwade ntete wo acheche adwuma mu a wo hwe nyim de abanbo post won na wa mo hon bia am wakafi won dwumaji ase no no na owura lichirema empem bebre na aya se wo post oye training teachers wode ho no call rural areas asabe nkurase na aya wo fa ne de bia oya asotwe bi na wode mahwan no no na oye owura Gabriel Entwili chemu a onwe asotwe na emmomo no owode ye nyina ye oman bepe obia wana seze de owode oye na afamede enti se wode ukoto bebi de ocheche na ka chaja awoso wa afamede na eye na se o kama chechefo wata aseza wo mani bia botumpuna achechefo wo chefa kase wo mu ye papa de owode wo ye ni sentinti je ni mpa ni tikrom sabe de ote kurase odo onyo cheche nyi ema oche na ade enti no olutu oye achechefo fode wozo ukoto bebi na se wo de ka chaja memfa no ya asotwe na odi de mensemi nyina dutu gwa ewo bra oye Afano South District Education wode oye Teacher and Worker Award 2024 wode sheshedo wo mankranso na odi de mensemi no etugwa ho.
You need to be determined. You have to be disciplined so that you'll be able to reach your vision. In conclusion, Manati, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the awardees and to all the teachers who are making a difference in the lives of our students. Your dedication and passion are truly commendable, and I'm confident that your influence will continue to shape the future of the district for years to come.
Ora Gabriel Entry oye Bono Regional Director of Education na no treno na Ora Johnson Kwaku Edu ono ye mrasebe gomini wo Afano Southwest constituency na orichere acheche for de aya wombo ho modene de adusuanfa wo che wo na ade no wonye wonfa etuhu ache na wonfa nche wo na ade
acheche for bi e bi aba mi ni anama acheche for ka krebi na America e je tie nyina refo You post me about this city, I say, you could put it for Bunkun. Bunkun, what is any about class 1 to 6. And I'm going to have a teacher. If I had to combine class 4, 5, and 6, all in one classroom, and I have it so far 1, 2, 3, all in one classroom. But glory be to God. And Kwame Yakoyano, not ABC, the car, because it's a focus on what to the clear, or P4, not in okay. But 2 years now, the study of P4, P5, Princess Krobea was able to read a book. Was able to read. They say I can be a teacher for the Minimum Choir. So it's your best say dedication to service.
Na opanyin na nusi no na owura Justin Kwesi Boto oye Afano Southwest District Education Director na oreche dem abadibodi a wodema achechefo no wo si dem gine dembra obehye achechefo nkran ma se wozobi reboto mensin mu a oze yinje na dope ode aba bechaze wo ho
ye mensin bi a ewu nkron kitwa bebrebe ana se nkron kitwa ni nyina so ehokọ no ya na edin kakra enti se achechefo emi omani akodudu bebi saanom na omu ye omafam die na ukọ rounds na ohunu se dodo na bebi omu wono nyina achi no omu bo omu modern na mmom no omu nso nipa no teachers ni nyina yi adwuma more than they should have done and I'm say there be attrition rate no so high teachers say free ya hakono ebraso nti ya den ni ye bibi na omu hunu say okay ya sha ya bread ya na nso no bra ya bre no enipa bi so hwe dachi bi omu ba ya baso na ama omu tumi akoso atena ha omu te ha anya hwekura no omu dwuma die na bebo ama nwuma suan hyehyɛ ya ye ne hanyina na atumi akoso na mamu so no say ya baso bodie na ma ye bibi sa
owura Justin Kwesi Boto Afano Southwest District Educational Director.
Ye fedi jafo no so na yentinsi wo apomdi nwumefo no so. Ekrata bi ene ba beto odwa enrada. Enrada na krata no ba na chese ifrapomdi nwumefo no ho omukabumuku Health Workers Service abimaminkani Health Service Workers Union for ene ba omo chese omo adodo de omo sika bi akam. Abana fama wonum enunti ifire nwa no de krata no ba etoamu a kokopem musumi ni de toso duba ko pepepe abana no munsi konwa enka bibia ombe setuatie biase akona kono ama Ghana fo aso be ye papa papa so keka ho achese ni pewu na se de si etie no na enkra ifiri Federal Salaries Commission osi baten na hwa akatua ne ade no so ma yimu enchen ya ba betu dwa se Ukraine kupon mi ntwa ye na we engineer Benjamin Arthur ya wono ne nsa shekrata so ase a wo ka ne se da bi se wo mo ka ne sa no wo mo nya adwen pomdi nwumefo no ene ne se wo mo kura no wo mo tim kunwa ho ya wo mo edi enkomo ya fa regisifo aka kire sa apomdi nwumefo no penifo so wo mo nkonko fa nkrata bi ese fa tamra na fa siesie bi wo mo nye na dododi a na se sika bi aka mudi enfo ma de ma wo nti wo mo twa utensa no ba be ka ne sa de a ene ne chese entwa yi kura nti engineer Benjamin Arthur njechire mu ode ema on na ye panipa eda fewjisa no wasi ankoyi.
On the 5th of November we invited HSWU to yesterday's meeting and I have a copy of the invitation also here. Yesterday's meeting they received the invitation on the 5th of November. The question is, why were they in a hurry hours before the meeting to just go and issue such a threat, a press statement, and circulate it nationwide? What was the motive behind? We want the leadership of the HSWU to retract the said press statement because it's a show of bad faith and issue apology because it is by listening to their plight that we have come this far. We were just about concluding, but when they brought their demands, we thought that, well, as a government team that is very passionate about the well-being of its staff, definitely should not throw away such demands because it has come at the tail end of the negotiation. So that was admitted.
We any someone engineer Benjamin Arthur wode etu idwa ono na Federal Salaries Commission oda wono ma no na che say onum atra pro no kra kakrebo se no ma wi nkitawdi ni ade a afei ekoba se apomdi mpanimfo no eba bonten no be kakansem bisa no a na se gidie poti wo mu no afiri ho oma mo nsa si fom nti omfa a chew pamra na afei de to aso bia no ento aso
na ye trodo adambre aman ahoro wolkoto honaba Ghana man yewo interest wo mu ye pa no dama so oma ene nansen United States of America US woto wa be na Ghana ene interest wo owo so ye pa nisa sunti Ghana yen so ye bobo ye wo yakoto aba amana ho dodo nso wo interest wo Ghana ya batum nti dama bra America say oye United Kingdom High Commissioner to Ghana and afe United States of America Ambassador to Ghana we shown interest our Ghana ya batum no ena mpanyimfo ebieni workers wo cheme de Ghana de we aye nyama ye toto na kasa ye ka ya nhwe ye hu yi ya anhwe na batu ya erbatu basabasa ye de aba onise sunti Ghana fu ye nhwe ye hu ye pa ewo abaya ye erbatu na ni nyina echi no wo mu gidide Ghana ya tena asumdwe mu da entinse yesi na adwene pi dese abatu na yeboto yebama asumdwe aba yebotum yaye na mom de wo hwe patete krema maye ye nyaman ye ya mabasabase aba ewo bra ye koto ene ya to aba ewie no oye the United Kingdom High Commissioner to Ghana Mame Harriet Thompson and afa US Ambassador Virginia Palmer yente empeyimfo abieni one sama wodu tugwan.
Many of us here tonight will be closely following the run-up to Ghana's elections next month. The UK doesn't support any party over another, but we strongly support Ghana's democracy. Like Ghanaians, we want to see this country continue to be the most stable and successful democracy in the region. That's why we're funding independent domestic observers and why British High Commission staff will travel across the country in coordination with many other diplomatic missions to see Ghanaian democracy in action. Unfortunately, my colleagues and I are frequently told by a range of people that they fear Ghana's 2024 elections will be less peaceful than previous elections. That's worrying for everyone because an election that's not peaceful would be incredibly damaging for Ghana, as well as dangerous, of course, for those directly involved. But the good thing is that politicians and others in influential positions, many of you are here this evening, can prevent this from happening. They can use and are using their voices as leaders to send clear messages that a successful election is a peaceful one. So I urge all of you with influence to do all you can to ensure that Ghana has credible, transparent, inclusive and peaceful elections to make sure that Ghanaians continue their proud tradition of democracy. The UK cares so deeply about Ghana's democracy and future success because of the democratic values that we share. We know that economy and security of both our countries will be enhanced if we work closely together. And we know that a strong and enduring bilateral partnership that both learns from the past and looks to the future can improve the lives of people in both of our countries.
This is the last in calendar year 2024, so I think sort of the exclamation mark on a year of what celebration of democracy. I think Ghana's democracy is the most important thing, and we've had some interesting conversations with Ghanaian officials about the need to have a democracy dividend even in established democracies, so that, for example, the countries of the Central Sahel look and say, wow, because Ghana is democratic and stable, they are prospering.
Mame Harriet Thompson, UK High Commissioner to Ghana, and Virginia Palmer, US Ambassador to Ghana. When you now was Wajidi Ghana, where in the Ghana, the international Bimnum, send me a water and then maybe a area day. Was sure there Ghana and Abatu on Yasum, Dinamum, and when I work to one way share what then you made your words in my what did the minister to go up, do now your politicians. This is why one I gonna there, Woboma Yaba, Ubutum Waye.
A commodity said Yakoko Faba, Yeni Kukujinas, and Mammy James, Abatu Commissar, and was Abatu we know. I could remember to be a Ghana for Inya, na Emuja fine, or Munina. Ubian will bet me a track control more for Biatiqua Buranum. Into Bianca na kuma fantundi ya mabatu be koso tote asumdwi beba wa ha bia ni akiri emunsu beda ho obia be hu semu ye fan bibia no edi adanse ase ato aba e wo man mu se de Ghana ya to aba ne muda ho no fan de bia no saa e na we suso ebe kro na no ena mame are tom si amote ne nkan a oye English abansi na mu o mai mu no nsem ode to aso kire se nukure ni omonso nkonkote a ese enkofo bi na no keke KaseƐ Ghana ha no English aban no ewo nipa bi a wo mo pe no ye be ka so a preferred candidates a onu mum no wo mo pe na se wo mo gina premier mpani adwa no English aban no ewo nipa poti ya wo mo pe no mem no kire se da bi omo de omo ni nipa bi o mo pe no ha na se de ye keke KaseƐ asundwe ni ye pe no asundwe a ena omo soso ehwehwe edi magana sanse ye amamuo na ye bu edinko omo soso to omo hu obi ye Ghana ha na se biase si obi ade no
Ghana clearly holds its democracy very dear. That's a message that's come through loud and clear in the years that I've been here as I've travelled around the country. Ghana is proud of its democracy, its democratic tradition, the peaceful transfers of power that you've enjoyed. And the UK, like Ghana, really wants to see this coming election be another example of this. Democracy is not all about elections. So we work with organisations like civil society, like the Electoral Commission, in advance of, in between elections, not just when it comes to sort of the 6-month lead up. You won't be surprised to hear that we've been asking lots of questions of lots of people about how they see these elections going, about the preparations for the elections, about some of the issues that are being raised in the press around preparations. And we take a balanced approach, of course. The UK has got no position on who it wants to see in these elections, but it is really important that it's a good, strong process. It needs to be credible, transparent, inclusive and peaceful, most importantly. And if Ghana succeeds in delivering a process like that in the same way that it has done since the beginning of this republic.
Ayi ba me are Tom se san to aso se omo baba be so enipa makoma ko be sa pe hanu 1200 ya wo mum eba be hwe abatro no ehwo ye no no ye oma fam de omo betumi aye no han de omo fande wo mum diska so sa for no asene ebiti se sa election observers ebi fan coalition of domestic election observers kodefo titru sa for de diska be so masene na format to megumi amia.
We are funding 1,200 domestic election observers who will be part of KaseÄ's efforts, significant efforts on election day to observe what's happening right the way across the country. We'll have our staff out as well alongside the diplomatic community, but international efforts have got to be about bolstering domestic efforts. These are Ghana's elections and how Ghana observes what's happening, how Ghana polices the elections, how Ghana runs the elections. That's all for Ghana. So we have been working with the Electoral Commission. We have been working with KaseÄ and CDD. We talk regularly with the police and the security infrastructure, the military defence, with the parties, and with everybody that we talk to. What we're interested in is, I mean, primarily we're interested in what they're doing now in advance of the elections.
Thompson and I'm watching one. Can you say Bansi name or Maimu?
Now what you are welcome me, aya, ye you wanted in Como, ya de fan oye Christosumu na yashe dembre a chaza no se oba woda ozebro onu nesasunti yashe de se eye Christiani na se honhum konkro no oba woda aba chaze ena honhum konkro no otum na odze ebro na se honhum konkro no mo wa chaze wi a aba ena otum oso na dembre Galatians chapter 5 ekan 22 to 24 na ochre honhum na aba no ose love, joy, peace, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and afi self-control. Intinine de mayer bohwe de yerbezi love and gentleness hun komo de mebieni ya hum konkron no oye aba oba Christian yini do a oso no yerbezi hun komo na yebakwa homando na ye ne apostle Kofi nti ono na oye kofar by penyino oda asafanizini encounter glorious prayer arena osanso ye head of Christian radio euro Promise Broadcasting Limited. Apostle eyimri etiyen kan yamwa akwaba eba oye hine yimri kasabwedo
mejo so menya bena
na yedidida wo na ebusuani nyina wonu hu ye
na me adom ye nyina ye ho ye
ɛde Yesu ase na apostle honhom no sɛ ɔba Kristiani no do a aba ɔso ni na dama aba no yafa no mu ebie na ayɛrehwɛ love and gentleness apostle ɛyɛ no mfama
yo yɛda se said fiada bi aduru a yɛsua deɛ kakra fa kyerɛsɛm ho ɛne nyamesom ho no na maybe atwam no yɛhwɛ sɛdeɛ adoma kyɛdeɛ no sitiɛ na de kuro wɔ mu sɛ so obi wɔ Kristo obi ɛnyɛ ogidi ni na sɛ ɔtio nyame asɛm no ɔbɛgye Kristo di fa Yesu sɛ ne wura ne lekra agye nkwa aba betene ne mu sɛdeɛ 1 John chapter 3 verse 9 ka no ɔsɛ deɛ ɔba na wo no nyɛ bɔne ɛfiri sɛ naba ati ne mu nti sɛ aba no betene nipa mu a ɛgyaminati ma yɛ efifi ɛma yɛbɛnya nneɛma mmienu a yɛbɛnya no ɛyɛ the gift of the spirit ɛna other one ɛyɛ the fruit of the spirit. The gift of the spirit ne yɛ akyɛde a wɔn kronkron betene nipa mu a ɔde ma no ɛna honhom aba no nso yɛ esu dealing with the character the behavior of the believer nti so bi gye ɔse deɛ ɔno no ehunu nyame ɛfiri sɛ nyankopɔn ne dɔ sɛdeɛ 1 John 4:8 ne kaa no ɛno nti no ɔdɔ a yɛreka ho asɛm yi ɛyɛ berɛ a onipa bɛgye Kristo adie no ɔkyerɛ ɔdɔ su ɔkyerɛ ɔdɔ kyerɛ nipa nyinara ɛnyɛ Kristofoɔ nko a nipa nyinara so ɔyɛ Kristoni so ɔnyɛ Kristoni saa su no hyɛ aseɛ sɛ ɛɛba nipa no mu nti na obi a na nko kane no ɔnyɛ Kristoni na waba bɛgye Kristo na nkane ɔnyɛ Kristoni ne tiri mu ɔten ɔmfa wɔ biara ho bibia ne hɔnom a ɛbɛpusu no nanso the moment a wafa Kristo na afei obenya ɔdɔ saa dɔ yi a yɛreka ho asɛm yi yɛ ɔdɔ a wɔde ma nipa nyinara na saa dɔ wei nyɛ sɛ obi ayɛ biribi ama wo ɛna wokyerɛ ɔdɔ akyerɛ no na mmom no wodɔ nipa sɛdeɛ Kristo dɔɔ wɔ nti ne ɔdɔ so bɛba nipa no mu afei deɛ ɔno anka obi bɔ no a na nka okɔbɔ ne bi no daabi obi bɔ no wɔgya ama no ka because yɛhu ɔdɔ esu ɛwɔ nipa no abrabɔ mu nti saa the fruit of the spirit yi a yɛreka ho asɛm yi no ɛyɛ ɔdɔ nti saa dɔ no bɛ nipa no mu a ɛmɛyɛ hu saa mpa sɛ ne suban no asesa nti saa dɔ wei deɛ senior ɛyɛ unconditional love sɛdeɛ Kristo dɔ owiase sɛdeɛ Onyankopɔn dɔ owiase nti saa dɔ no bi na ɛsɛ sɛ yɛn nso yɛhwɛ na no Yesu Kristo nama na ɔkɔkɔtoo sɛ obi yare afei no nipa no ɔyare no yɛde ne bere Yesu ɛsa na ɔdɔ a na Yesu wɔ ma ne nti no ɔba fam ne nipa nyinaa saa akwara wo sɛ panin o onya saa dɔ no nyinaa bi nti sɛ obi gye Kristo di a esu a ɛbɛbɛ nipa no mu yɛ ɔdɔ ɔkyerɛ dɔ kyerɛ nipa ɛnyɛ sɛ obi ama ne sika nti na ɔkyerɛ dɔ akyerɛ no ɛnyɛ sɛ wei ayɛ n'adɔyɛ ɛnyɛ sɛ wei ayɛ ne papa na mmom even n'atamfo koraa no ɔkyerɛ ɔdɔ ɛde kyerɛ wɔn mo ɛberɛ a yɛba bɛkyi Yesu Kristo akoku no Peter twɛn sika de twama aku aso nanso Yesu gye n'aso ne de tare hɔnom wei na kyerɛ ɔdɔ no a yɛka ho asɛm no nti wei ne ɔdɔ su a ɛwɔ sɛ agyidifoɔ yɛnya so many as yɛka the fruit of the spirit the first one is love nti ɛwɔ sɛ ogyidi ne biara no ɔdɔ nti nso wɔgye Kristo adi ne yɛhunu saa dɔ wei su wɔ w'abrabɔ mu a then ɛwɔ sɛ wo question Kristo na wo so wohunu no no ɛwɔ sɛ wo question wo because saa Kristo na wo ka ho asɛm sɛ wonim no na yɛka gentleness a onipa biara a wagye Kristo adie no ɔnyɛ pupo ɔyɛ ne nneɛma anidie mu ɔdwoɔ ɔyɛ ne nneɛma anidie mu ɔde nneɛma to fam bɔkɔɔ sɛdeɛ nya de yɛse ade a krama hu obepo no ɔkra hu anu agu na n'ekyie nti sɛ ɔso wagye Kristo adidi a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhunu esu bi a yɛfrɛ no ɔdwoɔ su ɛwɔ nipa no mu na saa ɔdwoɔ su no bɛ nipa no mu deɛ a yɛtumi hu sɛ ampa sɛ wagye Kristo adi
apɔso ma memmisa wei yɛ nti dambrɛre kan sɛ enya akyɛdze ne wie a abana ɔwɔ dɛ ɔso te dɛ maali kyerɛkyerɛ me ɔyɛ automatic dɛ akyɛdze no abɔɔdo no ɔbɔso dɛm abana anaa da nyimpa no a wɔnya akyɛdze no adwuma bi wɔ hɔ a ɔwɔ dɛ ɔyɛ ansa na dɛm aba yi ɛleka nyinaa wɔtum wɔ aso
deɛ teɛ ne sɛ aba hyɛ fam seed ɛhyɛ fam ɛnoa ne fifie efifie a sɛdeɛ seed ne sitie no saa ara na yɛbɛhunu sɛdeɛ n'aba ne sitie enti no so obi gye Kristo di kim wɔn kronkron abɛtena ne mu enti wɔn kronkron no abɛtena ne mu no esizi onipa ne pɛ na afei nipa no will comply with the wɔn kronkron ne pɛ enti so obi gye Kristo di pa wɔn kronkron no a wɔba abɛtena sɛ yɛ genuine deɛ a ɛwɔ sɛ the fruit of the spirit ne ehunu hɔ enti wei yɛ nneɛma a wɔn kronkron ɛde ba ayɛ sɛ wakɔ akɔdua amango ɛwɔ wafuom nkonkonya nka ada amango no fruit ɛna wobɛhu enti ne yɛfrɛ ne the fruit of the spirit enti sɛ obi gye Kristo di pɛ There was say suno and eba because I Hong Kong kun na eba be control no. Hong Kong kun na de ne be ko Hong Kong kun na be ye ne nyama nyina. Enti ye say onipa ne kwa ye adwuma bi ansa na fruit na ba bi Hong Kong kun na genuinely waba no. Ono na be ye adwuma ama sa aba ne nyina aba.
Apostle no mu ada ho enwumre ye na wa asepa e won cheche exam he na ye ja to ye kotodwo mbo hye de ye de be ye adwuma
Martin me so me da wa asepa.
Apostle Kofi nti or founder and leader of Encounter Glorious Prayer Arena or sanso ye head of Christian Radio ewo Promise Broadcasting Limited ene ye yinedi nkomoi
abusuafo te ukofo ama so na kire se ye kokopie mu ewo America mem ye ko America mem atita ya to abawi ye na kire se Republican ni no pani Donald Trump wasa bedi biem se woto aso se mampani nyasam ketu akra na bra wodi nkunim no se wo hwe kwan ofa so a wodi nkunim no animu se di nkunimodie no asi akwa no a wutimi se ju Electoral College wodi nkunim wabuk Democratic for no Kamala Harris wabunu fimfram sanso so ena popular vote na ga sanso no enso asa bunu fimfram ne nkunimdie we dia chese bi kura ma da ngobo na dia che no na sadia mu amunim saba akudi nkunimu a ewe se dia ono wodi ntwono fa 34 na wo ma tiri nkwa dia ono wodi ntwono no o ma dia o ma odi nkunimu tiri nkwa no e chese sa pepe ena agoso enti wo hanu a ame Kamala Harris wona ojina ho no enim nyina dro nkugo bia di adanse se Democratic for no mawe ama se Donald Trump wona di nkunimu a Republican for no bosese ya we say Democrat o mawe nti Kamala Harris obese trinkwa asem ya de ma Republican for titru Donald Trump ni
ma memfa oye eyimfontio do dachi Hima season 2 Jumeze lokwado zen Ghana's #1 cultural and traditional kids reality show in the Fate dachi Hima season 2 or kwado haya na contestants ahodo na free oye all the 16 regions will compete on one stage in the will entertain here with amazing performance kweside bia bra wabo oye no miansa ena wadi dwumadi wade hyehyado adwoda ene fida ni nyina no nu ena wobo repeat wo oye Oyerepa TV ena Promise TV ena Promise Oyerepa social media handles ni nyina na dwumadi rekwadu se epede etoma wo favorite contestant ni nyina de ebe dial short code *920* 55 hash ena abo oye 55 ena abo contestant ni code no ena the hash e the atodo na ayen kama ana so ebotum a download oye vote easy app no e wo Play Store na also etum afadamo kwan do as a vote ama oye o favorite contestant na oye headline sponsor Faith Homeopathic Clinic Homeopathic Clinic ena in the wire headline sponsor entino yaredomu biara onyu jesinu bomodna fokodan oye Faith Homeopathic Clinic one echi akwan ahinma kokobin 18 from 0246278675 na wombo afi other sponsors nso a waka hu bi oye Bosheba Electricals nkanzia papa fie nkanzia bia repa bia ena afi CCTV cameras nso no wodimo akotene ye pa pe Bosheba ne chi akwan edum Bosheba building prisons runabout from 0322 030-838 na wombo oye express group nso no ahon so was sponsor bi epede etukwan amanone ekosuade na bibia epede koye bia no ahon so obotum wabo na nso waye kama from 0555550067 na onu so no dwumadi no onkodo onfa mo honum anisa
yo abushafo yadi sina ya sore akona de atiane se ya fa sedama korea wono ne se bu kama anwumre ema ye ne ma bapa prices anso so ena control room for mu nyina aboa ye mu amu nusurum obi aboa kama yene be so mo na nwumre Krobea Asante menua
Uncle Ebo Biney.
Ayo na ohwe we de ma memma wadwuma na ye wate oboase mpatamu ho ewo obekwai na se sunwane baabi ani go so brekum fasa mpatamu nyina service and laws bi epanwuma ye for den yakuse wuta diploma HND degree kura ne kuta wo a besrew fra na be ya me betudwane na adwuma ho de Krobea de ma wo frisisi a wate ne ma adwuma ye na adwuma ho de se de meka no afra 0554